Hey, what's up guys? Troy with the Driving Author, Drive to Read. Today I've got a special technique for you on how to maximize your profits. So one thing that you got to keep in mind is with Uber and other ride-sharing services, location is the key. You have to be in the right spots to maximize your time and your resources in order to get that good return of investment. So wherever city you are, hopefully you're near a big city that has a bar or a party scene or an airport. Those are the areas you want to focus on. That I currently Uber in a town called San Luis Obispo in California. But you can use this technique in any city that you wish. It's called anchoring. And you're probably asking me, well, Troy, what is anchoring? No, I'm not asking you to throw an anchor off your car. What I'm asking you to do is have a point of reference that you return to after every Uber trip in order to pick up passenger after passenger. And maybe you're in a city where you can drop off somebody and immediately get another hit. Well, that's great. But when there is a concert or there is an event or there is the party scene going on, you need to get back to that area as soon as possible. So I'm going to show you looking down at the screen here. Alright, I'm looking down at here. This area is downtown Slow, San Luis Obispo. And every Saturday and Friday night, between the hours of really starting at 9 but really around 10 to 2, it's a very hot area for Uber drivers. So this is always my anchor point. I always return to this area where there's tons of bars and there's going to be people that are going to be needing Uber rides home. This is important because you might think, oh, well, Troy, people are going to only ask for rides at the end of bar close. Not the case at all. Depending on people's circumstances, they may have gotten to the party scene early and they want to beat the rush. So you have to identify wherever your party scene is. For instance, in San Diego, it's going to be the Gaslamp District, or in LA, Hollywood, in San Francisco, the downtown area. Basically, or wherever city you are, it could be downtown Chicago, it could be New York, Miami, Minneapolis, Houston. You have to find where these party areas are, because I'm talking late night, or airports. You have to know where these anchors are, or else you're going to be very frustrated. So getting back to the Slow. So say I pick up a person downtown here near Mother's Tavern. Well, I will drive them home, but as soon as I drop them off, here's the hint. I turn off my Uber. And you're asking, well, Troy, why would you do that? There's a couple reasons you need to do that. First thing, you don't want to pick somebody up out in the boonies. You have no idea where they're going. They could be going away from your anchor point, or they could be just really using you for a 1 mile ride. Not cool in my opinion. I'll pick up anybody. It's just, it doesn't maximize my profit. So what I'll do is, okay, I'm going to show you a ride I did. Because what's really cool in Uber is you can actually see the rides that you get. So look in here, you can see I picked them up right in that downtown heart of Slow, and then I dropped them off way up here. Now this is important. If you don't turn that Uber off and you start to head back to your anchor point, it's going to pick up anybody that's calling you where you're at. Uber is very much about vicinity. So if I turn this off and I go back to my anchor point, I'm increasing my chances of getting somebody fast and in the area. So when you use this anchor point, like I said, my anchor point is downtown Slow. So wherever I go, I'll show you another one. Okay, so I had to travel a little bit south But I turned my Uber off and I headed right back to this anchor point, and it's only a mile, which only takes maybe 2 or 3 minutes to get to. That's not a lot of driving time. But the problem is if you don't go back to your anchor point, you're risking the chance of losing on time, because if you're in the boonies, there's less density, there's less people asking for Uber rides, which is going to cost you time, which ultimately is costing you money. That's why you need to use the anchor point. So I dropped this person off, I turned the Uber off, I headed back, and I got another passenger immediately. So the main point of anchoring should be to maximize your profits. It's a very, very helpful tip that I learned. So whether you have an anchor point at an airport, whether you have an anchor point at a concert event, because when there's more people, the demand is higher, you're also going to have a possibility of a surge. That's why it's so important too. You don't want to be dealing with these little random Uber drives that take you away from your money. So like I said, if you have an airport that has a possibility of a surge, an event like a concert or a gathering like a Comic-Con that has the possibility of a surge, or you have the party or night scene club that has the possibility of surge, you want to keep going back and forth from that area. Wherever you go, wherever you drop off a customer, turn that Uber off as soon as you drop them off, go back to the anchor point, and then you have the highest ROI for your time and your resources. This is just something I wanted to share with you guys because it's been very effective with me. I noticed that if you have a centralized location that you stay in that has dense populations, you're going to see your earnings rise substantially. Okay, now that we know what anchoring is, go give it a try. Tell me some of your comments that you have in the comment section below, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video, and stay tuned for more videos from the driving author, Drive to Read. Thanks guys.